Hello everyone, it's Aftermath Youth USA here. This is me, Matt, and today we're doing the video review on the Snow Wolf Barrett. This is a really cool gun, and we have the privilege to review this. We actually have two more Barretts down below. These are Snow Wolves, and these are Neil's guns. Neil is the captain of our Aftermath squad, and he's also the leader of the Rockford Roughnecks. So yeah, basically we're going to be reviewing each gun individually. We're going to go over the externals, go over the internals, and then conclude this video. So this one right here is the SOCOM M82 Barrett 50 caliber sniper rifle. This retails for around $900, so it's quite an expensive gun, but it's sure a beef, and this has got a lot of upgrades into it, which we will go over in this video. So starting off with the stock here, as you can tell, it's basically a fixed stock. It's really nice, made out of a hard ABS style plastic. There is a adjustable sling mount on the other side that you can adjust here. There's also a fixed one right here as well. Moving on to the pistol grip. The pistol grip was actually custom put onto this particular gun. They kind of had to do a little bit of modification to it. That's why there's a little gap right here. But otherwise, it's all good. Moving on right here, we have a full metal bolt that goes all the way back, and that is going to expose your hop up. It's not spring detention, so you just have to push it back forward, and you're ready to rock and roll. Alright guys, starting up, also here the mag. It's basically for aesthetics. It's basically a VN M16 style high cap. It's basically for looks. Holds around 200 rounds, so yeah, it's basically cool for looks. It's got a cool little gap here, imitating that you would put a 50 caliber BMG style round in here, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, all constructed in metal, pretty heavy, around a pound, so that's really nice. Moving on to the other side of the gun, there's actually trademarks on it, which is really cool. Hey. And this particular rifle's trademarks say Barrett Manufactured Incorporated, Muffrin TN USA, caliber 50 cal, model 82A1, and it's got its own unique serial number, which is really cool. It's also got a fire selector here. Now the normal one goes safe, semi, and then fully automatic, but this one's got a semi-auto mod done to it, so it only goes semi-automatic. Also on the rail here, we got a really long rail, and it comes with an adjustable carrying handle here, which you can move up and down on the top rail. You can move it up and down here, and it actually does support the rifle, which is really nice. You also get a you have to purchase a UTG style scope rail here, which we have a Libra 4x32 style optic on here, which is really nice. Now this particular rifle you actually have to split in half just to actually break down the gun to put the battery in, which is kind of a pain in the butt, but it's a Barrett, so it's pretty cool. This particular one also, the barrel was spring loaded just like the real one, which you can tell the difference between this one and the Snow Wolf. We also got a black style flash hider on here as well. As you can tell, this particular Springer here's got one of the oranger styled flash hiders on here. And also now we're going to talk about the internals that Neil has done to this particular gun. They have a Sistema cylinder full, a Sistema piston head, quiet, a Bravo cylinder head, quiet, a Bravo air nozzle, a double ball bearing setup, is that G&G? Yeah, G&G gears, a Pro-N hop-up unit, a flat hop bucking, a Type bore inner barrel 6.01, Echo 1 max torque motor, piston with metal teeth, and a DMR mod to the single fire. So yeah, keep in mind guys, when you do purchase this gun, you will be able to have a fully automatic function on it. And it shoots around 400 FPS.
Factory.
Right now?
No. Factory.
No, factory. So out of the box, 400 FPS.
That is 440.
So now with all the mods done to it, shooting around 440 FPS. Alright guys, so now we're going to cut the clip and show you guys the next Barrett. Alright guys, now we're going to be doing the review on the Snow Wolf Barrett. This is going to be basically a comparison to the SOCOM gear, which we just showed you guys. There's a couple key differences. Also the price, you can get this on the market for around 400 bucks. However, you are going to have to put a couple of modifications internally to it to field it. It is okay out of the box, but Neil, our tech, and our leader does recommend putting some internal upgrades into it. The number one key difference here with the stock, the battery actually goes in the stock. If you pull this pin out here, it'll actually open up, and that's where you actually put your battery at, rather than the SOCOM gear where you actually have to break the whole entire rifle apart, which is kind of a pain in the butt. Otherwise, stock is still the same, made out of ABS styled plastic, very strong load. I wouldn't see this breaking on you anytime soon. Also, the pistol grip is just a normal like AR-15 style pistol grip. This also does go full out as well, but he put a soldering mod on this rather than the SOCOM gear, where it's just a super glued mod for now. The magazine is still a VN high cap, except it's a whole lot shorter compared to the SOCOM gear. As you can tell, it's a little bit lighter, made out of aluminum, and this one's made out of a really heavier aluminum, and it's got that bar to it to imitate a 50 caliber BMG stout round. So as you can tell, the difference between them is quite big here. Also, the charging handle is spring loaded. It's a little bit easier to pull back to access your hop-up unit. By the way, both of these rifles are standard V version 2 gearbox, so upgrading them are going to be pretty easy. Also, moving on, we have yet again a very long rail that almost takes up the whole length of the gun. And on here, he actually has a sniper 16 by 50 optic, which is actually pretty big, but this gun can really reach out and touch people, which is really nice. It also comes with that detachable carrying handle, which you can move up and down the rail anywhere that you please. Also has a full metal bipod here that is adjustable, and you also have sling mounts on the bottom and the left and right hand side of the stock, so if you're going to be running a 2-point sling and etc. Also, the barrel is not spring loaded either, which is a big difference. How you can tell the difference between the Snow Wolf and the Barrett. And we also have a full metal flash hider on here as well, which is black. Now, some internal upgrades that were done to this gun: they have a AMP 140 spring, a Matrix Magnum high-speed motor, an outer barrel mod, which is basically hex screws that you can see right here. So yeah, we also have a Telefon cylinder head, a G&G green hop-up bucking, which I don't know if you guys can see that in there, but just improves the accuracy a little bit more. A solid nub in the hop-up unit, and a DMR single-fire mod, which yet again was soldered rather than hot glued to this particular rifle. On the other side, there is trades as well. They're not as good looking as the SOCOM gear, but yeah, they're fading away a little bit, but let's see what these ones say here. Yeah, I can barely read that. It just says caliber 50 cal. It's got its own unique serial number, kind of just like the SOCOM gear, but it's kind of fading off. Yeah, that's really about it, guys. And next clip, we're going to show you guys the spring Barrett. Alright guys, last Barrett to show you guys here. This is the M99 Barrett 50 cal bolt action rifle here. Now this is actually the cheapest one that you can get. It's only retailing around 200 bucks, so it's a little bit budget friendly for all the airsoft players out there. As you can tell, a lot of people think it's a bullpup design, but it actually isn't. The mag actually goes in the bottom here, and it actually takes standard VSR and ASR style mags here, so they are compatible with your Echo and ASR and stuff like that, which is really cool. The stock is made out of like a really light metal, which is really nice. And the bolt is quite big here. You can basically pull back, you know, like a typical Springer. The butt plate is made out of rubber and is very nice. It also has sling mounts on each side. You're going to be running a 3 or 4 point styled sling. Moving on to the pistol grip. Typical AR-15 style pistol grip, very nice. Safety is on the other side of the gun here, and it's basically safe and fire. Pretty self-explanatory there. This particular optic is a Swiss Arms 3x9x40 styled scope here. The rail space on this particular gun isn't as long, so you got to keep that in mind. So if you are going to be having a really big scope, make sure that it will fit on this particular rail. Yet again, it comes with this carrying handle right here that you can move up and down your rail to carry the rifle, which will support the weight of the gun. The outer barrel is constructed of metal as well. As you can tell, it does look quite a big orange flash hider, but it's held on by 3 screws, so if you want to get an aftermarket black flash hider, you can do so. Also, the bipod is basically the same thing as the SOCOM gear and the Snow Wolf. They are foldable by a press of a button, and that's really about it. This particular rifle is not upgraded as of yet, but Neil is thinking about putting some upgrades into it in the future. But otherwise, that's really about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everyone.